What's up, everybody? It's BRITBRIT Nicole here. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another video. It's a new year, and I am so happy to be back. Sorry I've been away for a while, but as you can see from the title of this video, there's a reason why I've been away. So I've been kind of dreading talking about this. Not really, well, I really don't have a reason to dread it anymore because it actually ended up being okay in the end, but there's a reason why I've been away. I just kind of want to take a break and, just spend time with my family and revamp for the new year. And I've been going through some things, and so I just kind of wanted to step away, but I am back now. But before I talk about it, make sure you guys join my fam bam, subscribe to my new channel. I have seen that I've gotten some new subscribers, so thank you for subscribing to my channel. Hit the bell so you never miss notifications from me. Okay, so there's a reason why I've been away for a little while. And as you can see, I have a scar, which kind of, leads you into why I've been away. So I want to say around um, November, actually back in September, I'll go back there. I was having really bad headaches and a lot of just stress. I didn't know that's what it was at the time. I do deal with anxiety and depression, and during the pandemic, there were moments where I didn't post a lot because I was just mentally not stable. I was just not myself. There was so much going on and so much craziness that I just didn't have the mindset to post. And I thought I would because I wasn't really working. I was at home a lot more. So I had everything else to do. I mean, I would read books, I would watch movies, things like that, and spend time with my family. But I just wasn't mentally right. So I went to the emergency room and they did some tests. And then they told me that they saw a nodule on my thyroid. And I didn't know what that was. Um, I was like, okay. They said, well, you need to get it tested out, to see what it is. And so eventually I did get a thyroid ultrasound. And then they told me that I needed to have a biopsy once I got the results from that. And of course, when you hear the word biopsy, you automatically think or know that it could be cancerous or something that, around cancer. But I just said, okay, I'll do it. I need to do it. I want to get this out and figure out what's going on. So I did it. At the time, we didn't know what it was. I was told that nodules aren't always very serious. Most of the times they're not. So I went to get a biopsy, and I got it in November. And then I waited to get my results. And then the nurse that was working with the doctor that was working on, seeing how my thyroid was and all that, said that my results were suspicious. And I thought, okay, what does that mean? So I asked her over the phone what she meant. She said, well, you need to come into the doctor and talk to him in person. Okay. So I did. I went with my mom for support. I really didn't know what to expect. I was kind of just like, suspicious, what does that mean? Of course, that doesn't always sound good when someone says suspicious, no matter what the situation is, medical or whatever. So I went in, and the doctor basically said that it was a 50% chance that I could have thyroid cancer. And I remember when he said it, I kind of just went blank. I remember just hearing him, but like when you hear people say, I heard you, but I wasn't listening? That's what it felt like. I just remember staring at the floor. My mom was doing all the talking because I couldn't say anything. I froze and I just went blank. And I really can't describe how I felt. I was really scared and thinking, well, I think by this point it was right before my birthday, right before the holidays. Um, I was just kind of like, what? And since birth, I've dealt with some medical issues. I have spina bifida, which is paralyzed, and it's a neurological disorder that I was diagnosed with at birth. My mom didn't know I had it. And so off and on throughout my life, I've dealt with a lot of health issues and things like that with my body. So for me, this was like, what am I supposed to do now? I never thought that I would have to be around. I would never deal with the word cancer. I have family members that have passed away of cancer as well as survived cancer. So for me, it was just like, what? I thought I was healthier than this. I'm taking my vitamins. I'm trying to eat healthier, especially now with the pandemic. Trying to stay COVID free. I've had 2 COVID tests. They both been negative. So what is this? I was scared. But with me being, a person of faith and growing up in a faith-based family, a Christian family, we just prayed and we knew that everything was going to be okay. But I didn't, part of me felt like, yes, I believe that, but then again, I was still afraid. And you can't have faith and fear in the same mind. That's something that I've always learned. But of course, in life, you don't want to have to deal with anything. But it's life threatening. But what helped me too was my mom explained to me that the doctor had said that if it is cancerous, it's not as bad as other cancers that can be more life threatening. There are people that have died of thyroid cancer, but most times they don't. You don't have to do chemo, any of that. But I still didn't want to have to deal with it. So I was still kind of like, okay. So I felt a little better, but I still was just in shock. So going into the new year, I didn't record any videos because I was going through a little bit of a depression of feeling kind of lost. Like, what if it is? What am I going to do? I'm still young. I'm not, you know, I'd love to be a wife. I'd love to be, you know, a mother one day if that's meant for me to be. There's other things I'm working on that I want to do. As time goes on, I will talk about things I've been working on that I want to do this year, as far as my channel and just in general and other things on the side that I've been working on. I have things I want to do. Like, I'm not done yet. Like, this can't be it. So I was really scared. But I also believe that if God brought me through those other things, then He'll bring me through this. So I went in January 4th for my surgery, and I was only there for like 5 hours. It was outpatient. And because of the pandemic, nobody could come with me. My mom, she stayed with me until they took me back. Um, but I definitely had to be alone for the surgery, which was new to me because any other surgery I've ever had in my life outside of the biopsy since the pandemic, I've never been by myself. I always had family there. So I was and friends, so I was really scared. So the surgery was maybe an hour or two. And one of the other reasons why I didn't record is because I wanted my neck to heal. I had a scar that was worse than this. It's gotten better. And also, I couldn't talk. Usually one of the symptoms from a thyroid surgery is you lose your voice. My voice still isn't 100% back yet. I still have days where I get a sore throat, I get hoarse, can't really speak loudly, or I'm not really a loudspeaker anyway. But there's just days my voice is really tired. So for the first 3 days, 3 or 4 days, I couldn't speak much. I was talking like this, and nothing was really coming out. So I really couldn't record regardless. So, and because I had scarring was a little bit, it's gotten a lot better, but it was still a lot more than it is now. I just didn't want you guys to see that. I wanted to wait until I was ready to talk about all this. So, I went to the doctor again on I want to say, the 11th, and I still didn't have any results. So I was kind of frustrated because I was looking forward to finding out what was going on with me. But he did say that he thought that my scar looked good. He said my voice is not 100% back yet. It might take a little while, which is frustrating because, wanting to do these videos and whatever, talking sometimes hurts. Well, not all the time like it was, but sometimes, like I said, my voice goes out. So that was cool. That was fine. So then on the 15th, I was at home, and the nurse, the assistant to the doctor called me and gave me my results. And it came back benign. So I don't have cancer. So I was really, really excited and happy. And I remember after I got off the phone, I cried. I was so happy. I let my family know, my friends know. That only a few friends knew. Because I don't feel the need to always tell everybody everything about me all the time. But I did have a lot of prayer, though, overall. And also, I felt like relieved. Like, wow, okay. But Also, because they took part of my thyroid, it's a small part of it. I might have to still take some hormonal medications, things like that. I didn't have any of the symptoms. I didn't have a swollen neck. I didn't have choking issues. My blood pressure was good. I didn't really have the symptoms that they were like they talked to me about, as far as people have thyroid cancer and have major issues with their thyroid. So that's why for me, when I was originally told that I had a 50% chance, it was like, what? So do I want to take thyroid medication? No, but I would rather deal with that than the other thing. So that was one of the main reasons why I was away. I wanted to record, but I just wouldn't. I would turn the camera on and turn it off because I just didn't have the peace to do it. So for the channel, I really do want it to be better, to grow. Um, I'm gonna have a new backdrop at some point. I'm going to set up my bedroom better to have a better setup. I'm also thinking about doing some other things. You guys know I have a beauty blog and a fashion blog. I always put it in the description box. I'm also writing some things on the side too. Don't really want to talk about it just yet, but there's a lot of things that I want to do. Um, but I think at some point I'm gonna do vlogs so that you guys can see me driving, see me like kind of living life more, so you guys can get a better chance of a better look into my life or a closer look. But I really wanted to just tell this story because, I know a lot of people that have gone through this. I watched the videos for encouragement and learned what I was dealing with and what I would have to face. And I'm thankful that I didn't have to face it, that I did not have cancer. But like I said, dealing with anxiety at times and depression, your mind just kind of just, and I've gotten better. I've had more better days than not in the last few months. But it was rough going into the new year because all I could think of was my surgery, my results. But now that's behind me, I feel a lot better. So that's part of the reason why I was away, because I wanted to deal with that and get my voice back. But it's not 100%. Hopefully it will be soon, because sometimes talking is rough because it feels like a squeezing, in the vocal cords. Some people that have this issue, they have to get vocal cord surgery, and I don't want to have to do that. So I'm hoping that soon it'll be back to normal. So again, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that's been supporting my channel, supporting me on social media, and asking me when I was going to upload again. I just wanted to get away, and I really wasn't talking about what was going on with me. So, because I'm a private person, and I just felt like it was time to come back. I was ready to tell my story and ready to talk about why I've been away. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all of that. So I love you guys. Peace.